Hello everyone. So this is going to be a coronavirus live update stream that we are going to do, and we will be telling you all the new news about the coronavirus pandemic and talking about how it has hit the world. So I'll wait for some people to get into the stream and we will start talking about the pandemic. So let's just check if anyone's watching. Okay. And if you can, please donate to the stream to help support us if you want. It's completely optional, and we have the link in the description of the live stream if you'd like to do that. So I'll just wait for some people to get in. We have 3 people watching. Let's just wait. And we will get started with all the new news that has to do with the coronavirus. Feel free to chat in the chat box next to the stream if you would like to. Alright, we will just wait a couple more seconds, and once we get a few more people, we will start the news. Alright, we are starting the stream right now, and we will get started on the news. So first of all, let's look over the map that has been released at the Johns Hopkins University of Medicine. So as we can see, there are 531,860 total confirmed cases in the world. So currently the US has seen a big spike in cases, and it is the largest area to have the coronavirus. As you can see, we're in the United States, and we can see in the eastern coast is where most of the coronavirus is. In the southern coast, there's only big spikes in California and Seattle, Washington. We also have some in Denver, right here. So let's look at where it is mostly here. So we can see in the New York, Long Island area, there is a lot of big bubbles here. So we can see exactly how much is here. So let's see, in Nassau County, there are 3,914 confirmed cases, and currently 17 deaths in the Hempstead area. In the New York City area, we have 23,000 confirmed cases with 365 deaths. That's a lot of people who are getting infected in this area. So let's check out the other areas right here. We can see there's lots of spots here which have the coronavirus all throughout. We can go to Atlanta right here, which they don't have as much, only 2 deaths and 231 confirmed cases. And it seems like right here in this New York area is where most of the coronavirus is in the US. And there's big spots in Canada. They don't have as much deaths as the United States does, but it's still a lot. They have a lot of confirmed cases as well. So over here we can see the total deaths in the world, 1,290. Actually, no, that's only in the US. Sorry. This is the total deaths in the US, which is 1,290. You can see that in New York City, 365. So in New York City, that's where the most deaths are. And if you go all the way down, we can see that the lowest death rate is in Vermont, which is, let's see if we can find it on the map, somewhere over here. Let's go up here, and Vermont is in this area. And that's where the least amount of coronavirus is, probably because it's off the coast over in this area. And now let's look at how the rest of the world is doing. So as you can see, Europe, you can see there's a big spike in Europe, in mostly the Italy area, right here. We can see that there's 29,000 confirmed cases in France with 1,696 deaths confirmed. And in Africa, we can see small portions. In Uganda, only 14 confirmed. See Egypt, 24 deaths, almost 500 confirmed cases. Off the coast, we have 267 confirmed with 9 deaths. And over here, where the China area is, we can still see there is big confirmed case things, but it's mostly moving away from China right now and going over to the other side of the world. Is going from here to Europe to North America. So we can see like the whole of North America is getting a lot of coronavirus right now. And if we can see the entire world deaths, we can see that there are 24,000 deaths in the entire world, with Italy being the main place where there are deaths right here, with a whopping 8,000 deaths and 80,000 confirmed cases. Okay, now let's move on to the news. I'll zoom out of this map if you still want to see it, and we'll move on to the news. Alright, so first news is that, well, obviously, the first news is that the U.S. leads the world in confirmed cases, as they have 85,000 confirmed cases right now. And that also early graduation could lead medical students to the front lines, meaning that they might not get graduated yet because of the coronavirus pandemic, because everyone's being quarantined. And there are also hotspots that are developing in the Midwest of North America, right here, where there'll be like places where you can get vaccinated and checked out for coronavirus. So next, let's see. Next, let's talk about the Trump administration, which is pulling back the ventilators thing that they're doing, about the $1 billion being used to buy ventilators for people in Italy for the coronavirus. It was a deal with General Motors and Ventec Life Systems for the use of critical life-saving devices. But then the announcement was pulled back for a reason that was unknown. And next, we have, let's see what else is new. So just give me a moment while I look at some new news to show you guys. Alright, so the next piece of news we have is that the Labor Department, for the jobs, the employment rates are getting cuts, and the people are not getting paid as much since they are at home. So they are thinking about having a $1 trillion funding program where they are going to pay off everyone's forgive everyone's mortgages and other bills that they owe, and they'll also give every parent or adult a $1,200 check for their rent or whatever they need to use that for. And Trump's also saying that the mortality rate is way lower, which means that people that actually die, the percentage is lower than expected. because only around, let's see, 24,000 deaths in the entire world with only 500,000 confirmed. So, let's see. So also due to the coronavirus, how there are so many medical workers on hand, it was kind of assumed that someone would die in the medical field. So a nurse actually died because of the coronavirus because they didn't have any protective gear. They had some, but they didn't have much. So a nurse, which was a 48-year-old named Kios Kelly from New York City, was the first nurse to die from the coronavirus. Oh, and Trump just said 35 minutes ago that he will label regions of risk by coronavirus threat, which means he will be telling people like which areas that have the most amount of coronavirus cases, so we can be aware. And the $2 trillion aid package I was talking about, not 1 trillion, 2 trillion I meant, it is coming out soon and is very expected, but they could always pull back on it, and they don't have to do it because $2 trillion is a lot of the U.S.'s GDP. Because if you look up the U.S.'s GDP right now, we can look that up. GDP is how much money the U.S. has. 19 trillion. That's using about 25% of the U.S.'s GDP. It could be more, but still a lot of money. But it could help out a lot of people. And next, Trump says he wants to reopen America and the rest of the world by Easter, which is April 21st. And hopefully the coronavirus dies down by then and we can have all our businesses open. And he's also saying in like 2 weeks he wants all the schools opened for the kids to go to school. But lots of people are disagreeing with him and don't want him to do that. And Japan is not having lots of coronavirus right now. Like, their success rate with the coronavirus is very high, as they're not getting lots of coronavirus in their area. So if you go to Japan, it's mostly due to the fact that they're on an island, so not a lot of coronavirus gets there. So you can see, this is Japan right here, on the eastern portion of the world. And you can see there's one dot. There's only 1,300 confirmed cases with 47 deaths, which is nothing compared to the rest of the world. Like, you can see Asia, Europe, North America is completely covered with these red dots. And let's see. Let's see. Please wait as I look for some new news to give you guys. Just give me a couple seconds while I find some new news. Give me a couple more seconds as I look for some updated news, because it's getting released minute by minute right now. So we can find new news to give you. Let's see. Alright, I have some new news to give you guys. So first of all, let me open back up that map so you can still look at it. First of all, Redondo Beach in California is closing its pier, along with several other beaches all across the U.S., such as Long Beach in the eastern coast. We got Jones Beach, and I'm sure everywhere in the world there's lots of these public locations being closed due to the pandemic. And let's see, so some more news is, let's see, Alright, so here's one just recently, around 10 minutes ago. Citing the coronavirus, ex-LA County Sheriff Lee Baca asked for a release from prison. So, he asked a federal judge to release him from a Texas prison while he fights to have his conviction tossed out. He was guilty of a federal investigation into his department's scandal-plagued jail system. Is less than 2 months into a 3-year prison term, and he wants to get released, but the judge has overruled him, and he will still be staying in prison. Alright, let's see what else is here. So an NHL player has tested positive for COVID-19 today. A Colorado Avalanche player tested positive and has been home in isolation for the first time the symptoms appeared for him. The last game he played was on March 9th at the Staples Center in the U.S. And let's see, next bit of news. Okay, so next is there seems to be a new promotion for the Croc shoes, which means that any people in the healthcare environment will get 1 pair of free shoes per healthcare worker at the Crocs at Work link, and there's a daily limit every day of 10,000 pairs of shoes. So looking at it right now, it seems that everyone who works in the medical department can get these for free. And yeah, U.S. passes Italy and China for most coronavirus cases. Coronavirus cases double this week in Orange County, which is in the U.S., in Florida, with an overall count at 256 cases. In France, they are fighting coronavirus with bread because they are giving away bread, like a whole piece of bread for free to anyone who comes to one of their stores, one of the bakeries. And let's see. 1 second as I find more news that is being updated frequently. And lots of celebrities are also talking about how they hate being stuck at home because of the pandemic. And Lakers LeBron James says he does not like that he is having to stay home because he needs to go outside and get training done for his basketball games, but he can't because of the pandemic. Also, no one is getting any money because of everything being shut down. Like no one is getting any income right now. Louisiana has cases that surpass 2,300. So if we go onto the map right here, go to Louisiana, which is over here somewhere. If I can find it. Louisiana. Wait 1 second where I find out where Louisiana is on the map. How do you spell it? Louisiana, okay, Houston, next to Houston. Louisiana right here, if you can look at it, 17 cases here too, so in this area, there seems right here, yes, 458 cases, 997, and we have little dots right here. Right here, Lafayette, we have some, Iberia, has some Jefferson, Orleans, and way down here in Terrebonne. And let's see what else there is. If we scroll out of this map so you guys can just actively see it. Oh, I forgot to mention the these islands over here, they seem to be getting hit as well. These smaller islands off the coast. You can see St. John's, this island. Barbuda, 7 confirmed cases. Right here, 2 confirmed. So let's have a look at Puerto Rico right now. Cuba, 67 confirmed cases. Actually, Mexico has a lot too. There's 476 in this area. And actually, Mexico didn't get hit that hard, but I think it's going to go up because you can see these bubbles are getting a lot bigger. And then, let's see, Brazil has one big one right here, 2,000 cases and 77 deaths. So yeah, let's see what else there is. Like that. And what else is there? So France's death toll, which is over here, it gained by 27%, meaning more and more people are dying in France right here. There's 1,600 deaths. Let me reload so we can see if any new cases came in. Last updated around 50 minutes ago. So I'm sure more and more cases are coming in right now. See. One moment. So it seems like people are saying that California might get hit too, because, well, it's already hit, but it might get more cases in the following weeks or days. And just like New York has blown up and Italy. So California is a big target for the coronavirus right now. You can see Los Angeles, it has 1,200 cases. San Jose, Santa Clara has 542. And we have lots of speckled, just red dots in the California area. See if you can click on California and see how much are there. See if I can't really find it there. 1 second. Oh, that's weird. I can't click on states. That's odd. Well, yeah, California is getting hit too, and well, this area of California is not hit at all. Though it's a bit odd. I don't know why this area. I don't know. Wait. So it seems like this area over here is not seeing any coronavirus. Along the border, there seems to be no coronavirus. If we take a line like this, draw it like this, seems to be no virus in that area, which is kind of weird. So let's find some new news that is coming out. Let's see if we have any new ones that I can give you. Let's see. Well, I think that's all the news I can do for today, because I'm not finding any new live news. So I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will leave this map up for a little bit longer, like for 2 minutes, and yeah. So I will just do this, and I will put in the map so you can see it. 1 second while I do that. Put the map in this corner right here so you can see this. Alright, I have some new stuff to tell you guys. I have recently just found a video of the current state of New York City. So I will be downloading that and exporting it to the live stream so you guys can watch it. So give me a few minutes. For now, you can watch the Johns Hopkins Medical Center map. Okay, hello, I'm back, and unfortunately we couldn't get the video showing, so at this time I will end the stream, and hopefully I will be back with you tomorrow with more news to share about the virus. Bye!